Well, hey everybody, it's 7:30 in the morning. Tuesday all day, as my nana would say, and it's finally raining here in Ireland. I've been here since January, and really since the spring, it's been sunny almost every day. And I say to people, this weather is gorgeous. They're like, don't get used to it. Rosie, it's not going to be like this. Don't think it's going to be like that. And it's been like that almost every single day. You know, it's glorious. It really is. So how is everyone? Are you all right? Yeah, I'm okay. Don't worry about me. I'm good. I'm safe here in Ireland. I'm out of the reach of the tangerine Mussolini. And, I'm feeling good. I have to say that I was expecting him to do something as absurd as he did for a few reasons. Number one, I read Project 2025. Number two, I've had 20 years of abuse from him, so I knew it wasn't going to stop. And number three, I know myself well enough to know that I wasn't going to shut up. I knew that coming to Ireland would keep me safe, and getting out of the United States was a necessity because my heart couldn't take the pain of what he was going to do and what he in factually has done. And, when I got a message from my friend Victor who said, did you hear about it? I'm like, about what? He's like, did you see it? I'm like, don't know what you're talking about. And I was watching tennis, I believe it was Saturday. And there it was, and can't take away someone's citizenship. They have to renounce it themselves in the Constitution. So, I'm not that worried. However, the Supreme Court has given him unbridled powers. And I believe that his dementia forces him to think that he actually is a king. And we don't have kings in America. It's why we started America, not wanting to have kings. No monarchy. Liberty and justice for all people in the United States. And what's going on in the White House and in our government and in the streets of LA and all over the country with these ICE roundups, they're paying people a $40,000 signing bonus to become one of this Secret Service for Trump. Trump's SS, right, to do his bidding illegally. And when you get to The Hague, all of you ICE members, all of you former insurrectionists, when you get to The Hague and they ask you why you were doing what you were doing, tasing farm workers, tasing immigrants working at Walmart, putting people in prison camps that were concentration camps, cutting public safety nets. It's insanity. It's truly insane. And it's going to take what it took in South Korea for everyone to get in the streets and not to leave. And I know we all have lives and children and our own fears. And how do we do that? How do we do that? Well, we have to do it. We have to do it in order to stop him and stop the GOP, which is, guys protecting pedophiles. That's the GOP, guys protecting pedophiles. It should be the GPP, guys protecting pedophiles. And some women too. Some women who, I can't even believe it. It was young girls that Epstein's island catered in, where he went many, many times. And to say, we're going to release the Epstein files. Yeah, the Epstein files are on my desk. Oh, yes, any minute we're going to release. There are no Epstein files. That was the next claim. There are no Epstein files. There's no list. He's not on the list because there is no list. And then the best one was the most recent one where he said, it's a plot by the Democrats. It's a hoax. Everything's a hoax that involves him and his guilt. It's a hoax. His favorite word. And he gets stuck on words because now he only has a vocabulary of like 100 words. And he keeps repeating them over and over and over. And, look up temporal frontal lobe dementia. Look it up. Look at all the symptoms. Look at what behaviors happen when somebody is in the throes of that. And then look at Clunk's. Look at Trump's recent actions. I think the man is in the throes of that. And, it wasn't right when Biden was kind of losing his marbles and the Democrats tried to protect him until that horrific debate experience where we all saw it for our very own selves and with our very own eyes. And that was one of the most depressing days that I can ever remember, the day of that debate, when I just started to cry and said, he's going to win again. He is going to win. And shame on the Democrats for not getting in there sooner and telling Biden that he was too old to run. What is our country's fascination with letting these nearly octogenarians run our world? You don't let Grandpa at 80 years old use the electric knife on the turkey, right? But we're going to give this guy the nuclear codes? This man who thinks he can subvert the Constitution at every turn and get away with it, and thanks to his disastrous Supreme Court, they're letting him. They're giving him carte blanche. A criminal, convicted felon, sexual abuser. They're giving carte blanche. A man with no morals. And the poor people who follow him, some of them, out of hatred and racism and misogyny and white nationalism, they follow him out of every bad thing that you can ascribe to Americans. And others because they were fooled. They were lied to. Fox News is not a news channel at all. It's an entertainment show where they make up things, and they had to pay millions of dollars in fines for lying to the American public, but that still isn't enough. People still listen to Fox News. He listens to Fox News. I was thinking, what did I say that might have triggered him to threaten to take away my citizenship? And then I saw a TikTok about the day before Fox News had taken one of these TikToks and where I talked about the floods in Texas and how horrible that was and how horrible it was when Musk and Trump cut all of the social safety nets that were in place, like warning people and people predicting storms and getting the warning out soon enough, and how we do FEMA, how we run federal emergency management. But, now it's like states, you're on your own. And boy, oh boy, that's not going to work. So it was Fox News lying and distorting. And that's what it was. I also mentioned him in the Epstein files. And Katie Johnson, 13-year-old, testified that she had been raped by Donald Trump. And then was threatened and scared and pulled her testimony and, very, very unbelievable. It's like a futuristic dystopian novel. And we're living it, right? Americans, which I will always be. I will never renounce my American citizenship. I am waiting happily for my Irish citizenship so that I can be a dual citizen, but I will never renounce my American citizenship, ever. But I'm good, so don't worry about me, and thanks for all the support, everyone. It's been very beautiful and very touching, so thank you for that. All right, I gotta go, 10 seconds. Just remember, a tick-tock and don't stop.